So what is the new revelation, the bombshell revelations from the Hunter Biden? It's the Hunter Biden Defense Hour. This is the Hunter Biden Defense Brigade. I would like to hear what the f is going on with Hunter Biden. Where's Hunter? Hunter Biden emails show leveraging, what is this? Connections with Burisma? Okay, let's watch.
Cash all around the world. I would think that represents pretty strong potential conflict of interest, extortion, counterintelligence risks that we simply can't ignore.
This advances a narrative that has its origins in the Kremlin and has been propagated by Kremlin agents in Ukraine. The point of the report is a political one, to have an impact on the election.
Oh yeah, everything that's bad is Kremlin. That was good. That definitely worked. That definitely worked last time around. So we should do that again. That was a good call. That certainly worked last time around. So I'm glad that they're doing it. Who cares about Hunter? Ultimately, none of this matters because it's literally not. It's not Joe Biden. Joe Biden's campaign could easily just be like, yeah, everybody has that like loser in the family or the black sheep. Who gives a f? They're trying their best to like pin it on Joe. It's still corruption. It's just the regular kind of corruption that you see all the time. I've talked about this before, if you guys remember, where Hunter served on the board of directors. Like, the funniest part about this was always the fact that ultimately Joe Biden made a decision to threaten the company that his son was on the board of. So, like, that's not how conspiracies work, okay? If ultimately he was on the side of Burisma, then this would be infinitely more important as a conspiracy theory. But he literally pressured international authorities in the Ukrainian government to continue its investigation on Burisma, the company that his son was sitting on the board of. So
this is a deranged
that makes no sense. This is the key. The claim is that while Hunter lived in LA, he dropped off a laptop in Delaware, forgot about it. The owner copied a hard drive and they gave it only to Rudy. LMAO. This is literally their only source. Yeah, okay. While Joe Biden has been adamant that he's never spoken to his son about Hunter's overseas business dealings, and the correspondence seems to indicate otherwise. One message was allegedly... Dude, here's why this is a failure. This was a failure that wasn't messaging that impacted anyone outside of like the liberal circles that already watch MSNBC. This is the exact same thing. They looked at a horrible campaign strategy in the form of Russiagate, and they were like, let's do our very own version. You think Americans give a fuck about random ass Eastern European names and like learning all that shit? You know who that's for? That's for the birds, okay? That is for the New York media crowd and the old people who get their brain poisoning every day from MSNBC, who have disposable income and too much time on their hands.
Family is the most corrupt political family in American history. I can prove it. Joe Biden is terrified that you are about to hear the truth.
I love this.
I'm Donald Trump Jr. I'm the son of the President of the United States. I understand the pressure of being a prominent member of the First Family.
Yeah, oh God, he's so ugly. I can't watch this. It's like 6 minutes of his chinless face. At least Hunter Biden is hot, dude. He wins. Sorry. Fuck it. I'm saying it, dude. At least Hunter Biden is hot and cool. Here is picture evidence that I am actually Donald Trump's son. You might think that I'm not because I'm rarely ever around my father, and he cringes physically every time I call him my father when we are on camera in the limited moments together. But he is my father. This is a red circle that indicates this reality. Liberals will say that Donald Trump is not my father, but it is the truth. How can he say he's cool? He literally fucked his brother who died in the war's wife. Joe Biden didn't die in the war. He died because he had cancer. And also, you think I give a fuck that he fucked and then took care of his dead brother's wife, dude? No, that's the biblical thing to do, brother. You ever heard of a little thing called the Old Testament? Yeah, I like this. I already talked about this, but it's like, it's very bold of NYpost to go with the October surprise that Hunter Biden is both hot and also very cool and like made a lot of money from foreign powers, even when he didn't have literally any power over his father whatsoever. Pretty poggers. Good for him. Look, you can shit on Joe Biden all day, and I'll be here for you. But if you try to come for Hunter Biden, you best not miss, because you're wrong. Hunter Biden is a goddamn king. A man who says no to cocaine and does crack instead. The proletarian's cocaine, the working man's cocaine. Hunter Biden says yes to crack. You kidding me? prostitutes, strippers, has children with them. His dead brother's wife takes care of the children, runs around all over the world, gets like jewelry worth millions of dollars from Chinese ambassadors and shit. I'm sorry. He is what Donald Trump Jr. and that other one that I keep forgetting the name of because that's how irrelevant those chinless inbred are. He is what they wish they were. An actual legend. Hunter Biden used a series of initials RCP, RSTP, and BHRT. Look at how hot he is on top of everything else. So let's see. I'm going to go through a few issues of the New York Post, an article on Biden, which I won't link to, but you'll probably see on Twitter today. Follow along. First, the information comes from a laptop that was allegedly dropped off at a repair shop in Biden's home state of Delaware and never picked up. The shop owner, who's not identified, couldn't possibly identify the customer as Hunter Biden. Oh, it's definitely hacked. There's no fucking way. This is like total. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, dude. Yeah, they 100% hacked this shit and leaked it to Rudy Giuliani. Okay, dude. He's literally just as, if not more corrupted than Trump kids. Yeah, but guess what? He does it in style. Have you considered the fact that he's hot while he's doing it? And therefore, I don't give a
such a big
There you go.
man,
There's your
son.
answer. Okay? By the way, the reality that like this is probably coming from like a Russian hack or something because these idiots don't know how to protect their information, which is they have no like security on their own info, is much more reasonable and actually offers more credibility to the information that was being revealed. Like if they used, I don't know, WikiLeaks or some shit again, they would have had a better time. The shop owner thinks it was Hunter Biden because of the Beau Biden sticker on the laptop. This makes no sense. You drop off an expensive MacBook at the repair shop and don't leave your name or contact information. But then after claiming the shop owner couldn't identify the customer, the piece includes a receipt that was issued to Hunter Biden and includes an email and phone number. So why would the shop owner produce a receipt for Hunter Biden if he didn't know the ID of the customer? The piece claims the shop owner then alerted the FBI to the existence of the laptop, and it was later subpoenaed by a grand jury. But the grand jury subpoena shown does not connect the laptop to Hunter Biden. Then things get very weird. The shop owner says before turning over the computer to the feds, they made a copy of the contents of the computer and gave it to Rudy Giuliani's lawyer. Okay, here's what happened. They probably hacked this information, put it in a hard drive that made it seem like it was Hunter Biden's. Okay, like put it in a laptop to make it seem like it was Hunter Biden's, and that's where we're at. Okay, the cover story is so dumb. The cover story is so dumb. Like they literally would have had a better job if they just did the exact same thing that they did in 2016. I'm not even kidding. If they did the exact same thing that they did in 2016, they would have an easier shot at having people recognize this as legitimate information. If they just said, here, like, oops, WikiLeaks revealed information from a hack, there would be more. I mean, I do not contest the accuracy of the leaks that came from this shop. I just don't think that that's how they arrived at this information. Unless the contents itself are like clearly photoshopped and not even real. But this is the important point. Pretending for a moment that everything in the story is true, very doubtful. It is totally inconsequential. Supposedly, one email recovered in the laptop proves that Hunter once introduced the Burisma exec to his father. That's the scandal. There's no word of the length of the meeting or what was discussed. The New York Post says it's significant because Biden then called for the ouster of the Ukrainian prosecutor investigating Burisma. False. The prosecutor was not investigating Burisma. The prosecutor was corrupt, which is why yeah, exactly. This is what I've been saying. So, like, these guys why are they doing this when the payoff is literally we know what Joe Biden did. He called to investigate Burisma. He put pressure on Ukraine to investigate Burisma. Why do I know so much information about this? Oh, this is so sad. I'm filling my brain with such idiotic nonsense just to push back against these moronic conspiracies. At least with like Russiagate, there is the outcome. At least with Russiagate, there's a payoff, okay? Donald Trump becomes president. At least with Russiagate, there's like an actual thing that like Russia can gain. But with this, we know what happened. And what happened is Joe Biden put pressure on the Ukrainian government, along with the international authorities, to prosecute Burisma, the company that his son was on the board of. So it was literally the opposite of like what you would do if you were working alongside your son, if that was a conspiracy. God damn, these people are so brain dead. Allegedly, the laptop Hunter forgot to pick up contains a 12-minute video of him smoking crack and having sex with an unidentified woman. Oh my God, I hope we see that. Oh, that's so poggers. Nevertheless, it's incredibly sketch, totally unverified, and ultimately irrelevant stories being promoted by mainstream journalists who don't work for the New York Post. Don't be fooled by that. Yeah, this seems like, you know what this seems like? Again, total speculation. Hunter Biden got owned, and that he has videos actually of him and like doing crack or whatever. That could be very real because he has done all of that. I mean, that's all real. Hunter Biden has done all that. Part of the reason why I love him, by the way, is because he did crack and had sex with hookers and stuff. That's awesome. Even if it's real, the counter to that is like what Joe Biden said in the debates, which was like the most humanizing moment for him, which is Hunter had an addiction problem that afflicts many of our communities, and he overcame it, and I'm very proud of him. Okay, so you look like a asshole, while also you either make Hunter look cool as fuck, or you look like an asshole in the process of trying to make him look cool as fuck, where you're like showing someone's worst moments. Cool, got it. Now, having said that, the other part of this process is that, like, what I think happened, I will admit, if this information is real, if any of the information that they're alleging that they got from this laptop is real, what I assume happened is he probably got compromised. They yeeted all this information off of his laptop or whatever. They hacked him. They put the info into a laptop to make it seem like it was Hunter Biden's laptop. They worked through some dumbass that they found that was like, I don't know, right-wing adjacent enough, like some computer shop owner or whatever, that they found that they could then leak the contents of the information that he got out of that to Rudy Giuliani's lawyer alongside the FBI. Like, there's no way that like Hunter Biden gave his laptop over to a repair shop and like never took it back. That sounds so stupid. So a total conspiracy theory got it. Wait, what? Okay, let's say it's completely real. Let's say Hunter Biden's a idiot and like actually left his laptop. I don't give a I still don't care, because ultimately you have to have a payoff. You know that, right? You have to have a payoff in the end. And that payoff is supposed to be the wrongdoing, the misconduct that you're alleging. And these aren't issues that will happen in the future. These are issues that have already happened in the past. And we know what Joe Biden did. And what Joe Biden did was over his son. So ultimately, the accusations are just completely inconsequential. You think the story Hasan told is a conspiracy theory, but believe the story? Yeah, like ultimately it doesn't matter, is what I'm trying to say. Regardless of the story, isn't it scary bad that Twitter is deciding this story should be censored? They're probably doing that because there's a lot of dude, there's so much misinformation all around it that like I don't think that it should be, but like I don't think they should do that. For the record, I think that Twitter censoring the story is fucking insane, because like this story is not like QAnon, okay? Like, this isn't like well-established QAnon circles that are merchants of smear. This is still the New York Post engaging in deliberate misinformation during an election cycle. And this actually does galvanize the base, the Republican base. Here are some of the photos that they have. How would they arrive at these photos if the information is not real? You know what I mean? Like, they probably got these photos from an actual leak. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way. Like, this is a hack. There's no way. Either the story is real and he got it from the actual QAnon computer shop, or it was a hack and they planted it to make it seem like it was. They planted it with the QAnon computer shop, knowing that it would eventually make it to the hands of Rudy Giuliani. The reason why they would probably plant it instead of doing the regular like WikiLeaks method is because Assange is under investigation. There is already like heat on the Trump campaign for collaborating with Russian actors that certainly provided them information. That much is true. You literally can't say like, I'm a big anti-Russiagate truther, but like you're really gonna turn around and be like and act like it wasn't suspicious that they only revealed leaks by way of WikiLeaks on the DNC and not the RNC when they clearly hacked the RNC as well? Come on. Was the corrupt prosecutor going to let Burisma off the hook? Yes. According to international authorities, the corrupt prosecutor was... Oh no, the left narrative is falling apart. Wait, what? Perfect. Dude, I can't do this. I hope people are trolling. Like, this is not something that's going to happen in the future. This already happened. Like, this happened in the past. We know what Joe Biden did. The payoff in this circumstance is that Joe Biden did what? Like hurt his son's like place of business? Break away too many moving pieces? No, there's one piece that is the final piece, okay? Which is, even if Hunter Biden tried to get his dad to be like, yo, lay off this, lay off my company. Like, they hired me, they're giving me a lot of money. Joe Biden still very publicly pressured Ukraine at the behest of international authorities to prosecute his son's company. There is no payoff. So what is the take here? You don't understand because you're dumb? No, I'm not a very intelligent person, something I admit all the time, but I think in this circumstance, I'm not stupid enough to understand what the Republican point of view is here. And Republican senators echoed Biden in urging Ukrainian president to reform Prosecutor General's office. Like, this was, like, it doesn't matter. Even if Republicans were against Joe Biden in that circumstance, it doesn't matter. What Biden ended up doing is literally hurting his son's chances at Burisma. If, on the other hand, Joe Biden was saying, no, do not fire this corrupt prosecutor that is refusing to turn evidence to international authorities because his son was working there, then this would be a story.